Hello. Hi, hi. Hello. Okay. Hopefully everything is working fine. I'm just going to check just in case. Okay, things should be working fine. Hello. Okay. Hi, hi. Okay, thanks. That's great. Hi. Okay, so I'm not sure why, but even last time, and not the stream before that, but the stream before that, I don't know why, but not both chats. So multi chat was not working. So if I see someone chatting on YouTube, then I will just read chat on my phone. I don't know what's wrong honestly, but yeah. Okay. Maybe people are texting on the server, I'm not sure. Maybe I should check that just in case. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I will try not to ignore YouTube chat. So hello, Jabilion. Okay. So today we are going to be talking about the big drama that happened recently, and that is the leak of The Legend of Aang, which is insane. Wow. Okay, so we are going to be talking about that. And the other main thing will be watching and reacting to the funny bad animation you sent on the server. So, yeah. Honestly, let's just start. So, okay. So, um, where's my pen? Oh, it's here. So, Nickelodeon has been hacked, and the hacker released the entire new Avatar movie, The Legend of Aang, The Last Airbender. Wow. So, yesterday I was talking to some people about that or this incident, and I'm just so flabbergasted because are we living in a simulation? Like, what the hell? So, apparently, someone, not any TV, it doesn't matter, it's the title is what matters, and I prepared a bunch of other tweets, so don't worry about that. So a bunch of other people said that the movie got emailed to a random person, and I was wondering how the hell that could happen. Like, did someone want to plot, or I don't know how to say it, do revenge on Paramount? Paramount? However the hell that has to be pronounced. Like, it must have been intentional. That's what I feel like. So, was someone plotting revenge, and were they like looking for random email addresses? Because I know there are like shady companies that kind of give out the data of people to other companies. So we know that there are people who make money or profit off of that. Or maybe the person was registered in some kind of database that has to do with Nickelodeon or Paramount. I have no idea. So all of what I'm saying now are just is just speculations. So we don't know. We don't know what exactly happened, but it's not even that important how happened. It's more so what happened and the consequences of that. So yeah, if I'm not wrong, this was the OG tweet. And obviously the movie got deleted since then, but the problem is everyone keeps re-uploading the movie, so it keeps coming back to Twitter. Everyone keeps downloading it and retweeting it, and then when it gets removed again, some loser uploads it again. So this NPCs behavior, bro. So yeah. So you're saying probably a fake link that gave access to it happens pretty often. Okay, thanks for the tip, or the opinion. And yeah, I feel really bad for the production as well, but we will get into that. And yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It got downloaded so many times at this point. Honestly, let's just go through some of the posts or tweets that I found to be worth of mentioning or talking about, and then maybe I will also add my own opinion. But yeah, this is what they're doing to him in the Paramount basement right now. I highly doubt so, by the way, because again, this is just a speculation, but it might have been intentional. Maybe someone there has very bad beef with someone else, or I don't know, the higher ups, or. But honestly, I highly doubt that it was an artist that leaked this thing or emailed to this random person. And okay, so that's kind of a crazy take, but what if this person was also involved in the whole thing? Maybe they are just pretending to be not involved. Maybe they offered him a bunch of money. But again, I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know. It is just like the title is already kind of insane. Also, if someone knows if this is 100% sure, or to be sure that this is the OG post, I feel like this has to be the OG post, because as I saw it, this is what started the wildfire. Um, but again, I'm like not like fully sure of it. But it happens, or it seems to be that. So you are sure it is. Okay. And then obviously it's already very clickbaity, or like the movie itself being just uploaded without a title would already be very attention generating, or it would already attract so much attention. And bro just put this title next to it or with it. So yeah. And look at the amount of engagement it got. This is absolutely insane. Okay, moving on. This was another tweet, and we are past 10 million at this point. Yeah, reaction baiting Gen Z. Yeah, like I don't know, this thing, it just screams that, cuz you upload the whole movie and then you put this type of title with the post, so it is very obvious why it was engineered that way or composed that way. So yeah. Okay. And then I okay, so I just quickly looked at this response, but this is like just, I don't know, so tone deaf. This is kind of ignorant in my opinion. Because so release dates are scheduled um that way, or I don't know how to say it. Um Movies are set to release on a certain day is on purpose. So that's not like something random. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Yeah, so that's what I'm reading as well. It's like I don't know, it's just so ignorant. And people like I saw a bunch of people acting this way and having similar points, but you are so tone deaf and ignorant. Like I don't understand this kind of behavior, to be honest. Maybe to some extent, but we will get into that too. So Yuzaki, you're asking how did he even get it? Someone apparently emailed the whole movie to the guy, and then he uploaded it. But as I said, I have a speculation or a thought that maybe this whole thing was on purpose. Like, it is just way too surreal to be a coincidence. I don't know. But there's still a chance that it's actually accidental. I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah. And the way they are treating Toph right now, one of the characters from the series and the movie. Yeah, that's another thing, but let's move on. So, I feel awful for the team behind the Avatar feature. First, it was pulled from theaters, then leaked in full. I had the chance to work on it and see how incredible the team is. Leaking entire films on Twitter seriously harms the industry. Yeah. So this is also important. I'm going to respond myself here why it harms our industry. With streams or views in theaters, the film gets financially out of depth from its budget. Most people don't know our industry is a giant network of creators, artists, hardworking people, not just faceless corporations. Within these companies are communities committed to high quality intellectual ideas, crafting words and celebrating the ideas. What everyone is missing here is it hurts the people inside the companies the most. It's easy to release media online and consume it. Supporting it makes for another opportunity for people to see more sequels and other content. A lot of people missing the point here. My comment about industry is more about people who make the movies and how it affects them. Thanks for listening. So yeah, a lot of people were like, oh, why are you protecting these multi-billionaire companies like the streaming platform and Paramount, blah, blah, blah. But you kind of don't get it. So the little tiny cute artists working their asses off to produce this movie are the people who gets harmed in this whole process. Obviously, not the guys in the suit and tie, not the CEOs, not the big ass money makers. No. And that's what a lot of people don't seem to get because they're like, why do you support the company? But like, we are not, or these people, they are not trying to support the actual company, but the people who got hired and the actual animation studio. So the artists, to put it simple. It doesn't harm the industry. Okay, so in my opinion, this can, as this person said, who also worked in the or on the movie, it can actually harm people. So it's not like it harms the industry as a whole, but it rather is that it harms the artists because if such a big scandal happens, then that can affect other productions in the future. And again, if these executives, I don't know, whatever, so let's just call them the money makers because that's a very easy, simple term to use here. So with the money makers are like, oh well, movies keep getting leaked and we lose a bunch of money and so on, blah blah blah, then it's just not worth making animation movies. So who will get the short or receive the short end of the stick? Again, the artists. And it's not really just animators, it's VFX artists, background artists, concept artists, character designers, compositors, editors, sound designers, music composers, and so on and so on, production managers, and the list can go on, right? So if stuff like this keeps happening or will keep happening in the future, a bunch of money will be lost. And okay, maybe it's the streaming platform or Paramount, whatever, or Nickelodeon as like a big company will lose some money, yeah, right, okay. But they will take that as a sign to not produce more animated movies, which will result in studios not being able to hire artists. So at the end of the day, again, it will be them who receive the short end of the stick. Speaking of compositors, did you hear about the Invincible thing? Yeah, I've heard a couple of things about it, but I didn't really get into it, to be honest. Yeah, so you're saying that it's not even finished, the movie is still worked on. I mean, yeah, they still had 6 months until the release, so maybe they were in the state of like making tiny adjustments and corrections, so the final touches, you know? Because as I said, the release date is not just some random thing, you know? Like it's scheduled to be that date or that day on purpose for a reason. So yeah. And yeah, okay, so I agree with this. What harms the industry are the scummy practices of major studios like Paramount, dying streaming platform. So I agree with this partly, but as I just said it now, if it harms the artist, then it will harm the industry as a whole. And obviously, these guys, so Paramount, streaming platforms, big companies, blah 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 blah, they have enough money to get away with stuff, you know. But this is just, I don't know, man. Because this is not, so we are talking about Avatar here, The Last Airbender. This is not just like some random tiny production made by an indie team. And I'm not like looking down on them because like in the animation a lot of people say that is actually the future of the animation industry and so on. So that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that this is actually a huge production. And what bothers me so much is that so many people grew up on this. This is a classic, this is an iconic series. The Legend of Korra 2, um, so this new movie, it's part of that franchise, and it's part of like something almost classical in a way. And like I'm not trying to be like, oh, I wish this had happened to another production, so don't get me wrong, but at the same time I'm like, I wish this had not happened to The Legend of Aang, you know. Because so many people love the characters, so many people grew up on this. This is, I don't know, man. This is just so sad. And it's already kind of a miracle how a 2D animated movie um, was set to release. Because 2D, like Western 2D animation in theaters, is kind of a dying breed, you know? Ever since Disney completely switched to 3D animation and then shitty as live action. Let's not even talk about that. 2D has been kind of dying out. I mean, Western 2D animation. So maybe not like European productions, but that's again that's a different. So European 2D animation again that's a different topic. But if you're talking about like 2D animated movies from the USA, um, it's kind of like a dying breed, which again is pretty sad in my opinion. So that's why I said I find it to be a miracle that this was supposed to be released in theaters, and I think I don't know who the hell decided to put this on a streaming platform. I don't know if it was supposed to be one platform or multiple platforms, but whoever came up with that idea was so dumb. Like people would have eaten this up in theaters. I'm just so sure of that. If this came out in theaters, I am sure it would make some really good profit. But again, it's not like animators or artists in general working in productions like this get any share of that, you know? But still, like I can just imagine people growing up on this, and even maybe like kids who are growing up right now, like maybe 5 to 15-year-old kids going to the theaters to watch this even if they haven't seen the OG series, you know. So yeah. Yeah, and again, I also wish this won't happen to other productions in the future. Yeah. So so yeah, this is what I said. So apparently it got emailed, but was it actually a mistake? You know, like was that actually a mistake? Yeah, something is very suspicious there to me. Okay, let's move on. So this sums up the situation pretty well. Yeah, so hundreds of artists work all through, even with the constant fear of losing their jobs. People were excited because it was going to be on the big screen. That's what I just said. Production is done, at least almost, you know, because we are not fully sure if it was done, because people said um, it's still under production. Paramount says, nah, guys, we are putting on our streaming platform instead. Honestly, I think this was the move that started this chain of bad luck. People filed or filled petitions, crickets. I didn't even know that, by the way. Is this true? Like, people were actually signing petitions for the movie to be released in theaters? I mean, I can believe that. In the last 48 hours, a hacker group leaked the whole movie for free. Okay, so this is what is not clear to me because someone said it was emailed to that person. Other people said Nickelodeon got hacked and that's how the person received the movie through email. I don't know. Millions of people have watched it. The videos have been taken down from X, but people are sharing links to download. It is everywhere. Oh my god. The only way to come back is for Paramount to release this on the big screen or lose out big time. It's so sad to see people's work just dumped online with no respect to creators. The corporations are evil, but please, the animators that worked on this deserve a chance for their work to be shown properly. Yeah, I heavily agree on that last part. This tweet went pretty viral. So yeah, it being released in theaters could have definitely rebooted the popularity of it. Yes, I agree. Maybe now is the chance for them to correct their mistake. I mean, that would actually be a crazy move. But it would be a really good PR move, in my opinion. Because now everyone knows about this, and I'm praying to God that there are some people still with common sense who are like, you know what, I'm not gonna watch it. I will just wait until it gets released, and even if I will watch it for free, because there are methods for that. Everyone knows. I will just watch it after it gets released. Because I saw some people thinking like that, even who like don't really know much about how the industry works or how animated movies are produced. I saw some people being like that. And I wish everyone had that amount of common sense, you know. I feel immense pain and gratitude for all the artists who worked on The Legend of Aang. I'm so grateful for the time, effort, and talent they put into the movie, and I'm so sorry their work got ruined by leaking. Um, their work got ruined when Paramount decided to make it a streaming movie and not advertise, and having horrible security. Also, from what I've seen and heard aside from the animation, the movie isn't all that good and the voice acting is rough. Okay, so obviously that's subjective, but I saw more people praising it than dissing it, to be honest. Um, because unfortunately, as I was scrolling on my feed, I saw so many screenshots and I tried to like quick scroll past them. But even if for like half a second you see it, you know, and that's so annoying. But yeah, okay, I've said it before and I will say it again. Most artists don't work for the money, which is usually pretty low anyway. They work for the moment when their project is released and enjoy and celebrate in that moment. To steal that from them is the height of hate and disrespect for them. Yes, I agree. Because people are like, oh, it doesn't matter anymore, just watch the movie. Like, why does it matter? It got leaked, blah, blah, blah. But you don't understand that for animators, since they are like not, well, maybe sometimes, but very often they are not rewarded well financially, you know. So the reward is kind of when they see their name in the credits, and obviously most people they don't watch the credits, they skip the credits, or even if it's a movie at theaters, they just walk out. Like I understand that, you know, because I don't. Sometimes I do watch the credits, but I'm gonna be so for real with you guys. Sometimes I like absolutely like I don't watch the credits at all. But for artists, still, even if no one watches the credits, if they have their name there as a proof, I don't know, maybe they can screenshot it, take a photo, whatever, that means so much to them. So that holds a bunch of opportunity for other productions in the future because imagine like, oh, I have worked on The Legend of Aang. Your chances or opportunities in the industry after a production like that, they skyrocket, okay? And the other part is which I just mentioned is that rewarding feeling, you know, that you poured your heart and soul into a production like that and you see your name on the screen. That's like wow. That's an insanely good feeling. Yeah, the feeling seeing your own name in the credits in theater must be incredible. Yeah, it that has actually happened to me once before. And that feeling I'm not even sure if you can like compare it to, maybe you can. It's like when you have succeeded at something you consider to be huge, or you achieved something really big, like, you know, a huge achievement. I'm not sure if I can describe it well, but yeah. Yeah, I'm just reading the replies. I don't know if okay, let's read this one. Any real fan will avoid episode movie leaks like the plague. Well, with this movie, that doesn't seem to be the case, unfortunately. But again, maybe a bunch of those people are just doing it for clout. Because there's like this hype train going on at the moment. Maybe they want to hop on that. Because people just love the drama, they love controversies. A lot of people kind of feed off of that, it gives them energy. Yeah. For the rest of you, what it's gonna take for you to realize you are hurting the artists with this shit? Some artists killing themselves. What? I hope that didn't happen. Shame on all of you, especially the inhuman scum leakers. Wow, okay. I kind of get the anger, you know. The work these animators have done is getting more attention now than it would have 6 months from now. Um, I'm not sure about that. Because the thing is, it is getting attention mainly because of the fact that it got leaked. Like, yeah, people are praising the animation, people are praising how the characters look, how um, good the art direction is, blah blah blah. But I feel like the main reason it got so much attention is because it got leaked in the first place. Yeah. Yeah, so this is what I was saying. It is still a planned event and the staff celebrates. It's not random person takes our work and decides to release it. Yeah, this is an important point right there. As long as you do not distribute even further, I don't think it's wrong to watch it for yourself. Ah. Okay, so I kind of understand that urge to watch it if it gets leaked. I personally didn't feel that because I kind of understand how things work here. But again, I can understand if someone is like, okay, I will watch it because I'm very very curious. But I just wish it so bad it had not get leaked or gotten leaked. Yeah. Yeah, and people who keep re-uploading it and sharing it and just like laughing it and doing memes and stuff like that, they don't care about the artists at all. I mean, um, you know what? I won't get mean. Let's just move ahead. Never in my life have I seen an entire movie leak in HD before we could even get a trailer. Yeah. Bro, what is this timeline? What is this year? I mean, so I thought that this year was gonna be like so freaking good. And I'm not saying it's bad, but the state of the world and the stuff that keeps happening is like way too much sometimes. Um, and I just wish that at least we could protect the cultural aspects or some industries that have to do with like art and culture. At least can we have that? Or is that too much to ask, you know? And again, I'm not talking about the industry in a sense of like, or I'm not talking about people ruling the industry in a way, or like people who make huge amounts of money. I'm just talking about artists in general. Yeah. Something similar happened actually with the 30th anniversary movie for Evangelion. It was a mistake by their side. They tried every material on YouTube about it, and as proof, they sent them the whole movie. What? How does that even happen? How can someone like that or something like that happen? That's what the hell? That she was so good too makes me feel bad for watching it. I mean, at least you have some emotions, you know? Once in a generation league never before seen by our forefathers. Oh my god, I'm not even gonna scroll further. Okay. We worked on the Aang movie for years with the expectation that we'd celebrate all of our hard work in theaters just to see people unceremoniously leak the film and pass our shots around on Twitter like candy. Bro, people are just like spreading it like some kind of virus or drug or I don't know. It's bro, it's actually like I don't know, like those streets where everyone is a drug addict and they have the fentanyl, you know, and you're just like driving um your car next to the street and like there is a drug addict like every second meter having those insane leans and like needles on the ground and everything. Okay, let's stop here. That's too much. Okay, I don't like seeing people use Paramount's awful decision to remove the movie from theaters to justify leaking it. Okay, so maybe this person also thinks that the leak was on purpose. I'm not sure. I totally understand folks not wanting to pay for or support Paramount, but pirating the movie after its release would have at least been better than this. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was saying the same thing. Like, can we at least wait before it gets released? You know, you can watch it for free after the official release. Bombastic side eye. This is incredibly disrespectful to all of the hard work the artists put in. But it's not like people give a fuck, you know, unfortunately. And honestly, I'm I'm not fully sure that this has to do with the whole voice acting thing, which is another controversy. Let's not even get into that now. But I agree that people underestimate how very little power individual animators have on a film. So, yeah. Okay, we live in the absolute goofiest timeline where Glitch, an independent animation studio, is about to make millions at the box office, while Paramount, a 100-year-old studio, yanked a surefire financial hit from theaters only to have it leak on Twitter, only to have it leaked on Twitter 6 months before release. Okay, so at least now I know I'm not the only one thinking that it would have been a financial hit, as this person said. So they probably would have made some really good profit. And this is crazy, bro. So yeah, it seems like indie animation studios are starting to do better. But we will see. These studios don't know how to make money. I mean, they do, but they have very bad strategies, and I'm not sure what's the reason for those. Don't know the value of their films and are just overall a giant money laundering scheme. The Emperor has no clothes. That last line, bro dropped a bar there. I mean, yeah, thank you for blocking. I appreciate that. Yeah, what also sucks is people are saying the animators got paid an excuse to pirate the leak, even though animators are sometimes paid unfairly. Sometimes, maybe a little bit more often than that. Yeah, because people were like, oh, animators already got paid, like they got their paychecks, whatever, so it doesn't matter. It actually matters so much. For fans of animation, things you should know regarding this leak from Avatar. This is my experience being on Invincible when we had only our designs leaked. Just designs, not even full animation. It's terrible for the entire team from top down on the project. Here's why. This doesn't hurt Paramount the way people think it does. That's what I was saying, by the way. It only hurts Avatar Studios and hurts Lauren Montgomery, the director, and her team. This makes Paramount only want to invest less into Avatar Studios being a liability, even if Paramount was the one who got it leaked. Yeah, this is kind of what I was saying earlier. Studio executives see these scenarios and double down on making it stricter on the studio making the project. It was like that for Invincible. It made it harder for artists to put their work without approval, harder to save our work because it was monitored by IT security. Wow. It made it harder to see what beautiful work the other teams on our show was doing because we could not share our or see assets that wasn't on the episode you worked on. What? That's insane. I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but it shouldn't be so strict on a production, in my humble opinion. Leaks will only make it harder for Avatar studios to freely function, and Paramount will be stricter to every other show in production. No one wins, the artists especially, and I know for a fact everyone in the production must be having the worst week possible because of it. Saying I don't want to support Paramount Plus isn't the thing you think it is. And I think fans are forgetting to have a tiny bit of humanity and grace for the people who work long hours to get you a good looking and amazing movie that now has been taken away from them. Yeah, I agree. The people who work on these projects are working on them as fans like you. They want you to be happy. They don't deserve this. If you're a fan of Avatar Studios, watch the movie when it's out on their app. Buy the merch, write good reviews, purchase the movie, support them. Okay, so obviously not everyone can do that, but the least you could do as a fan is to at least respect the people who worked on the movie. Because, like, how can you be so ignorant that you call yourself a fan and, like, oh, the movie looks so good, and then you keep posting screenshots and clips from the movie? That's like so unfair. The ignorance is insane. Okay, this is the last one I saved. I worked on this film as an artist too, so incredibly proud of it. I understand fans who engage in leaks once they are out there, I get it. The issue is the release, the one we all worked towards for years, being neutered by both Paramount and the leakers. It could have been a moment for all fans, but the rug was pulled, and now there is division on whether to watch it or wait. To do to those who say who cares, the artists were paid. The only truth is that by not supporting the official release, you bite the hand that feeds someone else. This jeopardizes future work for artists in an increasingly hostile industry. Yeah. This is another thing I mentioned a bit earlier. Don't oversimplify, please. That being said, the movie itself is a beautiful feat of art. So proud to be involved. If you engage with it and enjoy it, then support it so there can be more art. Yeah, I understand this part that I don't need another streaming service. I need a blockbuster movie experience. I mean, I highly doubt it was a blockbuster, or that it could be considered a blockbuster movie. But same, I would have paid mm, the price of the theater ticket to go and see it there. And another thing is, now that so many people have seen the movie 6 months before it was supposed to be released, I doubt that those people will watch it again. Even with the tiny changes or the final touches that are maybe being made at the moment, because 6 months is a long time. And that's another thing that makes me a bit worried, because by the time it would have been released, all those people who have seen it already, I highly doubt that they will watch it again. Which, again, eventually it just makes the situation for animators worse, to be honest. Not just animators, like artists working on the movie in general. So, yeah. So, I don't know if anyone has to or has anything to add to this topic, because if not, then we will just move on. For me personally, I just find this sad, and always got like, oh my god, such a tragedy, I'm gonna cry. But it makes me ponder a little bit, it makes me think about a lot of things. And I don't like how unfair it feels, even though I obviously didn't work on the movie. So if it feels so unfair to me as a random little animator, then imagine how it must feel to people who actually worked on the production. I think Chris said everything that there is to say. Do you mean Yan BM? Or are you talking about another Chris? I mean, maybe I can. Know the thread before. Okay. Oh, okay, so this one. I thought you meant YMBM, and I thought like he added something to this whole thing, but yeah. So yeah, this thread sums it up pretty well, and honestly a bunch of other tweets we were looking at. But yeah, that's it. Hopefully, what am I hoping for, bro? I was about to say hopefully this won't happen in the future, but if it happened once, most likely it will happen again. Or maybe, well, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, so let's just move on. Um, okay. So, after that heavy topic, it's time to have some fun. So, we are going to react to bad animation. So, yeah, let's start. Unless you guys have anything else to add to the topic, but I feel like we could just move on, to be honest. So yeah, let's go then. Okay, this was the first one. Let's watch it. Okay. That, that was interesting there. Okay, I have mixed feelings about this, to be honest, but I'm a bit confused. Um, that's definitely a lot. um, What's going on? Okay, first of all, that was okay. Give me a moment to process what just happened. Okay. That was not that bad. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. I will mute it. Thanks, I appreciate that. Okay. That was not like horrible, you know. That's not like bad, really bad, horrible animation. I have seen way worse than that, but there were some problems here and there with like the depth and how they are moving in this space, or that was an arena looking building or something like that. But sometimes it was kind of like, I'm not saying it was out of proportion, but something about the depth and the like the 3D, I think it was a 3D layout. Yeah, 3D background animated artist. Okay, so yeah, something there was interesting. Destroyer of Doga strikes again alongside bad CGI mixing. So yeah, that's actually the main thing here, is like it would not be that bad. But since there was a 3D background included and it was moving, that's already very hard to animate with like a 2D character. And okay, the key animation might be good, but then you add the in-betweens, and the in-betweens matter a lot actually. And I feel like maybe they didn't have enough time to make this look good, so it was not like working properly. There was just way too many things going on at once, and I mean, okay, so this way too many things going on at one thing. Okay, we know that happens a lot in like flashy shonen anime. Okay, that's a thing, but still, I don't know, man. This is just like, it was so confusing sometimes. And again, it's not like it was absolutely horrible, but definitely interesting. Yeah. Yeah, the minifigures. Yeah, like that's what I meant when I said that something is like not alright with like the depth. Okay. Oh my god, I actually seen this one before, but let's just watch it. Okay, let me. Okay, I will mute it just in case. Oh, sorry. I just realized sometimes I have my speaker on like a very low volume, and I realized I didn't even um switch it on. Hopefully the other one was not too loud for you guys, but yeah. Okay, this will be hard to watch. Ooh, okay. That was something. That was a moment. That was interesting. And I am, I don't know what to say. Okay, let's move on to. Thank you for this goaded submission. let's move on to the next one. Yeah, moving PNG files. Yeah. Really nicely moving PNGs. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I don't think this needs further explanation. Okay, next one. Oh yeah, okay. High quality, oh my god. High quality CGI. What the hell? What? Bro is moving his lips like this. One of the most popular manhwa that exists, by the way. And it got an adaptation like that. Okay. Wow. Wow. You know what? I'm sorry for torturing y'all, but I just want to watch this one more time because. Why? Why? What? Okay, so. Yeah, that is definitely cursed. And my question is sorry, I'm just flabbergasted. I don't even know what to say. So, why were Bro's lips moving like this? Okay, let's move on. Yeah, yeah. For the previous one, this is what I was saying. Okay, I don't know what to say to be honest. To be honest, the director has never worked on an anime before, funded by Crunchyroll, by the way. Wow, I could actually be a director, guys. If they let stuff like this slide, then I guess it's time to become a director. Let's go. Who wants to join my team? Raise your hand if you want to join my team. We are gonna get this Crunchyroll bag, y'all. You? You too? Let's get this Crunchyroll bag. The Avengers of anime. Avengers assemble. Okay, next one. Mm. PowerPoint. I can't even speak properly anymore. PowerPoint presentation. What? Bro, why were they holding up her titties like this? What the fuck was that? Oh my god, I have to watch this again because no way. Bro, I'm speechless. Okay, I guess they enjoy their job. The thing is, the drawings are actually pretty good, but it feels like a power pro. It feels like a PowerPoint presentation. Um, but yeah, I can't join your team, but if you're interested in joining, wait, are you saying you for real or are you joking as well, just like me? Because I was joking. Wait, I just saw that you did see it too. Okay, so this is from the same show and it kind of grew up. Maybe they got some more money. Control Z is pro director. We all are. Okay, I assume this doesn't have anything to do with the topic. Me, when I get hit by the sword that removes compositing. This one is peak. I know this one. Wait, come on. Okay. Rewind, rewind. The way bro is just standing and then it cuts back to this demon looking character again and it not as certain as you. Is this like behind the scenes compositing breakdown or like actual acting? It aired like this. Okay, so this is from the same thing. Almost 3 minutes long, but I feel like it's worth watching, so let's go. Why are their lips moving like that? It's so funny how unnatural the movements are. It reminds me of those games, like when you go up to an NPC and the NPC is just like, wow, that face. That face, y'all. I have to pause it right there. You look like $1,000,000. If you get that reference, I respect you. Girly Pop is moving insane. What's going on here? Oh my god. No way. Wow. Got me stroking my chin and shit. It's so. Bro, this feels like a parody. Like, in kind of bad action movies, it's usually like that. Like, there's like one character who has one gun and they are surrounded by like 100 other guys with like weapons, all kinds of weapons, and no one can actually shoot that one person, which has always been so funny to me. Cause like, don't tell me while Girly Pop is like jumping and running and doing everything, literally doing splits on the ground, in the air, doing backflips, and like there are like two guys pew 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 pew, and then the all of the other ones are like, bro, the lip movements are so bad. What? That shortcut at the end? No way. When I saw those faces, something died in me. You're not alone. There are some scenes with where a 2D character stands right next to the 3D character. It looks so weird. The MC and their infinite ammo pistol. Yeah, exactly. The characters don't even blink. They're like this. Wait, lock. I have to lock in. They are like this. I'm sorry. Okay, that was definitely interesting. Okay, next one. What the hell? I was about to say, so far it's actually pretty decent, and then some CGI happened. Some very high quality peak CGI right there. The way he just jumps in. That was so funny. Okay, yeah, those are some 3D backgrounds, and they just did not really paint there, but oh wow, that's interesting. Okay, this one, this one's pretty insane. I'm giggling. Okay, and I thought maybe we could like look at some gifs together. I will decrease the size of this a bit so that chat doesn't cover the screen. That will do. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. I think I know. Yeah, okay. Um, wait. Bro. Um, yeah, we know that sometimes there is some interesting CGI animation going on in Blue Lock, but it's like the kick is actually like not bad, you know? Not the best either, but definitely not bad, and it's 2D. And then we have CGI Chigiri running in the frame, and it's wow. Okay, now this one, oh my god. Wait. Because it actually looks like a PPT presentation and someone edited that there and it's I didn't even watch the newer season of Blue Lock, but I saw that they did stuff like this and I was like, bro, that just cannot be real. That's literally me in fourth grade when I was trying to make a PowerPoint presentation. Yeah, oh, yeah, okay. Obviously, we have this. Oh my god, we could actually we could actually just watch this whole Uzumaki episode. I'm not even joking. Yeah, this was from the same thing you sent in. What is this? Y'all have to see this. I can't believe what I just saw. Oh my god. Did y'all see bro's arm? What happened there? No way. Someone cut the wine boom sound effect. Season 2 was awful, only to come back with the last episode to create one of the best sports episodes. Yeah, they kind of blew their whole budget on that one episode. We got like 1 minute of Sakuga at the end of season 2. Okay, what else do we have here? Oh, I know this one. That big ass bear just floating in the air. Look at that little movement the little toddler or kid just did on the ground, and bro is just like a running. I like how bro is running like this, and then the bear has all the time in the world to literally fly above them like this. Yeah, it's like a not the worst, but okay, now this one is. I feel like this is controversial. Or not controversial. I don't know what word to use, but mm, so I remember this whole discourse about this episode of Naruto, and a whole lot of people were saying, "Oh, don't ever pause it because the frames look extremely bad, blah 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 blah, and the animation is so awful and so on." But the thing is, this is freestyle animation and it's made or done like that on purpose. And I understand that this is not everyone's cup of tea, but this is definitely not. I don't consider this to be bad animation, to be honest. They bullied one of the best director out of the industry. Yeah, that's pretty sad. And the thing is, at that time, okay, so let me just say something. I don't watch One Piece, um, but it's just so funny to me how this type of freestyle animation got like really popular over the last few years, and you can see a bunch of stuff or a bunch of animation like this in One Piece because sometimes I see clips of it, and I think they did similar stuff here and there in Jujutsu Kaisen as well. I'm not fully sure, but you can definitely see more and more of this type of animation in like new gen anime. And like this came out like almost 20 years ago because if I'm not wrong, Shippuden started airing in 2006, and Naruto versus Pain fight was maybe like a few years after that. I'm not fully sure. Maybe it was around 2010. I don't know. I'm not fully sure, but let's say it came out at least 15 years ago. And for a long, long time, people were saying, "Oh, the animation is so bad. Everything looks so ugly." But the thing is, this is like very expressive, and at the time, this was something really new, and Bro was definitely ahead of his time. The director and also the animators working on this, they were ahead of their time, in my opinion. And now people are like, "Oh, I get it now," and "Oh, now it speaks suddenly." It's just so funny how times change. It's low-key like when someone is interested in fashion and they start to wear a certain type of I don't know, certain type of shoes, or they dress a certain way that's like not popular, blah blah blah, and they are kind of ahead of their time, so they would wear like a type of pants that would come into fashion and become trendy like maybe 2 or 3 years later, and they got bullied for it, and now it's suddenly trendy. It kind of reminds me of that. New gen animation is just the kid that repeated the joke louder. I mean, kind of, yeah. And it's just so sad how he was ahead of his time and got bullied, and they kind of ruined their career for this. As you just said. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, that's okay. I have seen worse than this as well, but it's definitely something. Yeah, interesting. Okay, what's this one? Oh my god. Oh wow. That's interesting. Okay, I get that it's pretty hard to make good CGI anime, you know? I understand why it looks like that. So if it doesn't look good, then let's just not force it, you know? That's why I respect Studio Orange so much because they did such a good job with Trigun Stampede, for example. It's absolutely insane. I mean, they animated Beastars as well, but I don't watch Beastars, so the bags just disappear. Okay, now this one. No. 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 Okay, we know. We all know how they did Berserk dirty. The way bro's lips are moving. Wow. And the way he walks away. What the hell? Hi. Hi, Michizenko. Oh, finally my multi-chat is working again. That's great. I get PTSD of Berserk 2016. Yeah, I understand why. He's shaking away. Yeah, no shoulder movement. Exactly. Okay, now this one. Let me say something about this. Let's yap about this a bit. Okay, so for Devilman Crybaby. What the hell? Go away. That was weird. Okay, so for Devilman Crybaby, I know a lot of people were also saying, "Oh, the animation looks so good, so weird, and like, what are those drawings? It looks so goofy, blah blah blah." But again, this is another show. I mean, Naruto did not have a lot of freestyle animation in general, but like those few episodes, okay, yes, they did. But this show in general, it actually has a lot of animation like that, and you kind of just have to get it, you know, because I would not consider this to be bad animation at all. Like, it's like that on purpose. Like, you can just tell it's intentional, and it's not because someone cannot draw or something like that, you know. Yes, it is definitely the art style. And I know it's full of weird shit, but the whole story is full of weird shit. The characters are weird, the storyline is weird, everything is just like, it's hardcore weirdness, so obviously the animation will follow that direction, right? So yeah. What else do we have here? Oh, okay, this one is worth mentioning, guys. Wow, did y'all see that? The way he eats himself away. That's so funny. That's like, wait, one, two, maybe like 2 or 3 frames, and he just slides out of the frame, kind of like one, two, and maybe three, and then shoo. The downfall needs to be studied. Okay. What are the worst animation? This animation is actually, I don't know, I like this one, but we can look at this. Yeah, okay. But again, all of this is on purpose. And honestly, I know this is very subjective, but for me, this is actually good. Like, I actually like this run cycle personally. Yes, it's definitely unusual, but it's not. Okay, now this one is, yeah, it's okay, okay. Is that all? Is that all we have here? Yeah, I agree that the first one is a good run. This one's a good run cycle, in my opinion. Okay, what's this one? Oh, the CGI crocodile. Wait, that's that's interesting. Okay. Oh, okay. Look at this. Wow. Why is it moving like that? That's what I'm asking too. That's what I'm wondering about. But it's just so funny. I look at how the dog's tongue is just out. Why is the head not moving? It literally looks like it's sliding, or I don't know, like ghost walking or something. Kill this thing. No, let's not murder this dog. The tail got more movement than his brain. Maybe his brain is in his tail, who knows? Okay, this one's not moving. Yeah, okay. Um, okay, now listen. We all know this one, right? It has that infamous frame right there. They did Sasuke might go dirty here. Cause Nah, we can't justify that one. I feel like we just cannot justify that one. Maybe they were trying to experiment, but it didn't come out well. Who knows? Yeah. It looks like he didn't even get punched. Oh my god. This scene was absolutely insane how they were running. Like, no way, bro. Like, oh my god. I, I, I don't know what to say. I don't want to be mean, because we have to remember that people animated this, and maybe they were like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Maybe they were already just way too tired to do anything and they couldn't see clear, or maybe they were complete beginners, or the combination of the two, and obviously hardly any money. Yeah, but we know what happened to. Like, they keep violating that manga, bro. And the thing is, the first episode actually looked good. They ran out of budget. Maybe they didn't even have enough for the other ones in the first place. I don't know. That was a complicated situation. Oh my god, no way. I'm mesmerized by how bad this is. I would like to apologize to whoever animated this, but what the hell is this now? No way, bro. What am I looking at? What am I looking at here? What? Oh, hell no. You made the video with Spider. That's a good mix. That's a good playlist. Animation is my passion. They keep reusing this example. Can we leave that behind, please? Y'all, okay, I know this one. What happened to his face? What happened to the proportions? Like something's not right about the lower body. The legs are moving very interesting, the calves especially. There's something wrong about the arms as well. Like everything is just wow. Okay. What the yo? Okay, yeah, this is definitely not good, but again, I have seen worse than this. I personally I feel like the previous one was actually worse than this. But maybe that's just subjective. Or maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure. I was thinking about rewatching Black Clover, but maybe never mind. I haven't seen Black Clover yet, but I assume not all of the episodes are like that. And even if we just like look at one episode, probably not the whole episode is animated like that, you know? So you're saying it's very slowed down, like from the OG one, or like as a whole, or like whatever. Let's just look at a few more. Cause wait, oh my god, oh wow, oh no, not this again. Where did it open that thing? Sheesh. I don't know what this is from, but look at the curvy mouse lady just mouse walking. She's literally sliding on the floor, wiggling her hips and arms. That the way Bro's nose is moving is so funny too. What happened to his. I can't even speak anymore. His hand. Um, I don't know what to say. I'm actually speechless. So this is Ratatouille. This is all from one movie. Okay, who guys, we should watch this movie together. I'm kidding, by the way. We are past the point of no return. I could just hear the British accent this rat has. What is this? Oh, wow. Oh, oh. Um, you can kind of tell here that they try to make a very expressive animation, which they managed to do. And I just cannot decide if this is completely horrible, horrendous, awful, terrible, or like actually not even that bad. You tell me, please help me out. Higuroshi's art style is just like that. Okay. I'm not sure if this is my cup of tea, but what is this one? Oh, okay. Guys, we are going down a rabbit hole. I'm actually gonna look this up. Best movie ever, I can already tell. What is that other side? The ten gagged. Yeah, that was my last search. Precisely. Wow. I'm sorry for yelling into the microphone, but that's kind of insane. Perfect gift for the next video. I'm that is going to start using these gifs. Yeah, this one is just perfect. She is the moment. She is iconic. Such a diva. Wow. This is actually so iconic, y'all. Oh, look at this diva. She's winking too. Look at that hair. Can we watch this movie as a community? Yeah, that's what I was thinking about, but then I was like, no way. But now I'm actually thinking about it again. The movie is called Ratatouille. Look at this drip. Look at their aura. The aura is radiating through the screen. These big bosses. Oh my god. I'm mesmerized by this. By the way, I can actually leave the brain cells leaving my head. Like, I'm actually, like, as you can hear, I can't even form coherent sentences anymore. Wow. Okay, I'm just gonna switch to this because it calms me down. Um, I made like five typos in the last five messages. My brain is frying. Yeah, exactly. We have to stop here now because there will be very bad consequences. Okay, did I want to say anything else? All right. Okay, hold on, give me a sec. Just a second. Okay, so I just want to say if anyone here is watching who hasn't followed me on Twitch yet, please, I'm not trying to beg or anything like that, but I would appreciate it so much if you could follow me on Twitch cuz this happened the last time too. Okay, so obviously this part is like not completed yet, but the last time I got nuked. This was already 4/4, and I think now currently I'm not even 18. Maybe I'm like at 19 followers, if I'm not wrong, because I saw someone following me, but sometimes it doesn't refresh, you know. Um, so if anyone here is watching who has not followed me on Twitch, I would greatly appreciate if you could do that because this is like I can complete this pretty easily, you know, but I lost all my progress just because of this one. And it's not even that hard to reach 25 followers, you know, like that's not a huge uh, number, but I lost this whole streak because of that, and I had to restart everything from zero. I don't know, that might happen again in this month in April, so I might have to restart everything in May again. But I would very much appreciate if someone who hasn't followed me on Twitch yet would do so. And yeah, thank you. I actually saw that Control Z, and I appreciate that a lot. So thank you so much. So I'm probably already at 19. And I don't know, if I'm not wrong, this means I have this amount of viewers, but someone who is like good at Twitch things, help me out, please. Does this mean that I have to stream at least 4 times a month? So maybe like on different days, like let's say Monday and then Tuesday and then Wednesday, Thursday, blah blah? Or is it like, can it be Wednesday and then the next week on Wednesday again? Or maybe like on, because usually I would stream on Wednesday and Saturday, sometimes just once a week. Or like what does this mean? 4 different days. Like, can it be the same day on 2 different weeks? So it doesn't matter the day or what day it is, right? Okay. Okay, okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Hi, Splatin. Hi, thank you for joining. I appreciate you being here. Okay, so just any 4 days out of the month. Oh, thank you for the follow. Yay! Then that means I think we are not at 19 but 20 at the moment. So I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. So once a week streams are possible. Okay, I mean this month, since I have a bit more time, I will try to aim for um 2 streams per week, but yeah, we will see. Wow, thank you so much for the follow. Another person just followed me. Wow, I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. That's funny how I like suddenly summon two new people. So, oh my god, okay, I reached my 20 followers goal. So, yay. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Okay, so this is what I just wanted to mention. And was there anything else? Yeah, I don't think so. So we oh let's just read chat. I lurk on YouTube and decided to follow you on Twitch. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That means a lot actually. Thank you everyone. So yeah, honestly, I don't think I have anything else to say. If someone is interested, we were talking about the Avatar movie leak, and then we were looking at bad animation together. Maybe you can look it back on my channel. The VOD will be up on Twitch, and then the video will automatically be uploaded on my channel as well. Um, but yeah, so if we watch Ratatouille, James. Yeah. I don't know if anyone has questions or not. Um, but if not, we will wrap this up. One last thing I want to mention is that you can still submit your questions for the animation Q&A, which will be held this week on Saturday. So it can be any type of question or questions regarding animation, the industry, how things are done, blah blah blah. Um, it can be art related as well, but I would appreciate if it could like connect somehow to animation still. And yeah, you can see all the info on the server, but if anyone is interested and don't know how to join the server or anything like that, just feel free to ask me. You can even DM me on Twitter. So yeah, questions are can still be submitted for that. And for now, it seems like I will be able to do the Q&A stream because if I'm not wrong, I have received enough questions for it. Yeah, thank you for the link. Thanks, I appreciate that. So yeah, if you don't have any other questions or anything else to add, okay. Okay, if you don't have anything else to add, any other questions, then we can wrap this up. And I appreciate you all being here and the chat being active. I really, really appreciate that. I especially appreciate people who joined my membership on YouTube. Yeah, I'm glad you found it funny, and thank you as well. So enjoy the rest of your day or night. Thank you. Thank you, guys. That's really kind of you all. So, yeah, bye bye.